Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be working on Penguin Framework still. I'm going to be working on the event system since I am sick. I'm not going to try to push myself or whatnot, but today's video is not going to be as elaborate. It's just going to be like a vlog. I'm going to talk, you're going to hear my frog voice, but it is what it is. So I kind of just wanted to show you guys a little bit more of, how I actually code and how I actually make like a system. And so the event system is actually really, really simple since I already had finished the input system. So sit back, enjoy, get a cup of tea, get a cup of coffee. If you're sick like me, get some Benylin, and let's do it. So today I'm working on the event system. Now for the past few videos, you guys have seen me work on the input system. And so that one's completely done. I just have to create the test cases for that. Now it's time to create the event system. So to give you guys some context, the event system, honestly, all it does is that it just needs to call a function and it needs to convert SDL events into the specific event. Since I only have input events right now, and I'm delaying window events and user events to like another version, all it's gonna do is it's just gonna convert itself into an input event. Once it converts into an input event, then I would be able to use it via the input singleton or with an input function that I will create once I get all of my other stuff like the timer and stuff for it. So right now it's just the event function that I actually have to create, which is actually not that hard. And the event system is the last puzzle piece to Penguin Framework. After that, I just have to kind of report or port my old code into it. But the event system, I didn't have this kind of system in Penguin 2D, so it's still kind of a little bit new, but it's not complicated because the root of the work was the input system. So with the event system, there's only really one function I have to create, and it's a pull function that's repeatedly called to pull for events. So what that function needs to do is to grab a back-end event, and my back-end event is an SDL event. It needs to convert it into an event. Since I only have an input event right now, I have to just convert it into an input event. Afterwards, that's where my input singleton then can use that event. Or what I plan to do is I plan to give an input function with that event so that you're able to actually just use it in that input function as well. So it's more like flexibility or whatnot. I don't know, what is it called? Flexibility? Adaptability? I don't know, but I just like the idea of it, so I'm gonna do what I want to do. So now that I've explained, at a high level what I'm gonna do, I think it's time for me to just start coding. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's a lot more chill than my other videos, but that is also because I am sick. And when I am sick, instead of being up here, my energy being crazy, I'm down here. I'm chill. I'm chill, Angie. I'm cool, Angie. I'm so cringe. Anyways, let's just start, okay? So yeah, it took me some time just to get the event system updated or just implemented, just because I genuinely did not plan anything out at all. I didn't know how it was gonna look, so that's why it took some time, but it's actually quite similar to the event system that I had before. The only difference is that instead of calling multiple callback functions, I'm only just having one callback function, and it's the input callback function, and that's going to be added to the game class. So the code is small, the code is not complex, and I'm really happy about that. And so what I do anyways is that I have the SDL event, so that's my back end event. I call the poll function to see what kind of event has happened, and then afterwards what I do first is I check to make sure that it's not the quit event. If it's the quit event, so that just means that the user has requested to close the window. I then make sure to be like quit requested is true, and then I added that if check so that the code below doesn't process whatsoever, so that the user can then actually close their window, so that's cool. And then what I do is I convert the SDL event into a native pointer. So a native pointer basically is just a pointer that works with my system. And then after that, I can create my own input event, and then I can call the input singleton, or not singleton, but the input system. And then I can call that input function that will be connected to the event system via the subscribe function. So yay, this is something that honestly should have taken me around 30 minutes, but I'm not feeling the greatest. So even when I'm sick, I definitely do try to be productive. I try to do what I can do. I try to work as hard as I can, just because I enjoy coding. I find it fun. And yeah, sometimes it sucks, not being able to do as much as you can. But I have been resting a lot, but I also want to work. I also want to get this forward. So, yeah, so that's the event system done. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Honestly, I don't have much energy to code anymore, so I think I'm just gonna be done for now. I think that I'll work on the test cases when I feel a little bit better. But yeah, I hope you definitely enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit chill, but I figured that let's code together. Let me sprinkle in some facts and information about myself, and I hope you enjoyed it. I do have some fun things planned out, so until then, I'll see you guys. Peace out.